欢迎回到温村生活 DAYINVAN。我们在上一集呢，跟着专业的 Home Inspector 做了一次彻彻底底的在房子里面看要检查的东西，整个是干货满满。如果没有看的朋友，你们一定要赶快回去看，链接在这里。那么今天我们这一集，我们就要了解一下，在 Home Inspection 就是那种房屋检验做完以后，之后有什么需要注意的事情，我们也一样会提供很多的小 tips， 一定要好好的看到最后哦。
I've been a home inspector for about 12 years. Before that, I built homes for 25 years.
So with our last episode, we talked about a lot of things that we need to remember and need to look at. And what happens after an actual home inspection is done? Like how long do I get to see the report as a buyer?
Yeah, so what happens usually is I sit down like we are now.
Oh.
And I go through everything that I found
right
away.
After. Oh, wow.
And
that's
then,
so efficient.
Yeah,
Super.
It's great. And there's photos in the report. I go through it all with you. You ask me questions, hopefully.
This is when you ask questions,
not
when you're doing them.
It's not when you're going through it. And then I email you a copy of the report, and it comes as a PDF for you. So, and then you hopefully will print it out or save it as an electronic copy. So we go through all of the sections of the report.
Oh, wow.
And so the way my reports work out is something is listed as deficient or something is listed as basic, just information. And information comes in like a little blue icon, right? It's basically just a tip.
Okay.
So you're really looking for deficiencies because that's
Those
what's going to cost you money, right? So, and at the end of the report, you get a report commentary. So that report commentary gives you a list of everything. And you usually will provide that to even your agent.
Okay.
Because something might be negotiated again.
Do you offer a warranty on the service?
No.
No.
We there are companies that might do that, but I believe warranties are only as good as the paper they're written on. We stand by our work, and for 12 years we haven't had any.
No. And
problems,
another question that I have. So if you find something, for example, if you were to sit down with a buyer and you go through all the deficiency, do people actually ask you for, do you know anybody who can repair this?
Yep.
Or
They do. Yeah.
Contractors.
Everyone does. So I have a list of people on our website, and I go through them, and I usually give them contacts.
The people you trust, right?
Yep. And I've inspected all of their work, or they have actually worked for me. I don't inspect give out anyone's name unless I've actually worked with them before.
Right.
So. Yeah, and then they can get prices and everything else on how this is going to pan out.
Oh, that's interesting. Why don't we get Diane to tell us more about it?
Great, sounds good.
Diane, are you still here? So Shawn was saying that the agent can actually get a home inspector to inspect the houses?
So the average home seller loses tens of thousands of dollars because their home wasn't verified prior to listing it for sale. Selling your home with our specialized verified listing strategy, we pay for the home inspection up front prior to listing. So that way you can go into selling it knowing what are things that you can fix or what are things that you want to disclose to the buyers.
But then the inspector can stay unbiased, right? Because I would assume if I were the seller, I would get an inspector to, not say so many bad things about my house. But you can't do that. It's illegal.
No, you can't do that.
No,
it's illegal.
Yeah, but so that's why if we do it prior to listing it, whatever he finds, we can fix the things that are, more crucial.
Right.
And then for things that are really just regular maintenance, then it's okay to just leave it, right? So,
Okay.
yeah.
In that case, can a buyer still hire their own home inspector to do a double inspection?
For sure, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if I was the buyer's realtor, I'll probably still get them to get one.
Okay.
Just because it's for your own protection, right? So, yeah.
So we talk a lot about home inspection from a buyer's perspective. Do you have any tips for a seller's perspective?
Yeah, actually, it's really important to when you're listing your home to keep it as clean as possible, decluttered, do some maintenance on things that are standard, like your furnace, your boiler, your hot water tank, but also keep records of everything you've done. It's really nice when you're a buyer and the seller's giving you a booklet full of really nicely maintained things. It gives you a really nice feeling inside knowing that it's been maintained. But also consider doing a pre-listing inspection.
Like what Diane was telling us.
Exactly. So bringing somebody in, identifying those items, and then fixing major items, or at least you'd have to disclose that if something major was found, you would disclose it on your property disclosure statement. So I think it's a great idea to get a pre-listing inspection, just so you know what you're in for.
So is it common for a seller to have a home inspector come in and do that nowadays?
Very common now.
Oh, it's very different from what I know.
For sure. Previously, it wasn't common at all. It was actually kind of frowned upon. Mostly because you have to declare it on your property disclosure statement. But now people are getting a little more wise, and it really is helpful, and quite often it does cut out another inspection.
For both parties, right?
It really is. It's really smart, yeah. So I encourage it. Yeah.
So will having a home inspection report help with people who want to buy home insurance? Does it affect the premium at all?
It depends. It depends on the home's age, because often insurance companies will ask about knob and tube wiring for old homes, or polybutylene piping, Kitec piping, certain types of piping. So that can really be helpful for the insurance provider.
所以今天学到了，对我来说很吃惊的就是，原来现在也有在卖房前，就是卖家或者是 agent 就已经先做 home inspection， 这是真的我本来不知道的事情。And we learned about what happens after the home inspection is done, how to read the report, and how can the report help us and help the sellers. For the next episode, we're going to talk about how to become a home inspector. 如果想要成为 home inspector， 他刚刚看起来真的超级帅的，就是翻这个弄那个。就如果你也想要进入这么帅气的行业的话呢，下一集就会教你怎么样进入咯。也要感谢温森生活的赞助商们对我们的大力支持，让我们可以制作出好的节目。当然，更欢迎其他的商家联系我们，然后让我们一起来创造出有趣好玩的节目内容吧。我们下次见喽！